Now that we've configured our system and we are feeding data from our brokers into our cStor platform, we now have the ability where we can run filters and download packets at the edge, or we can actually now pull that information from the cStor system. So we can either pull live information coming directly in, or we can now, through our capture analytics platform, we can also go back and look for specific packets that have been stored and saved in the system over time. So we can do that from our main panel, our main dashboard. So we can go into our capture tag on our main homepage, and we can actually now decide exactly what it is that we want to look at. So we can define our range. So for example, I can say, give me the information, going back from now to 5 seconds ago, or 10 seconds, or however long we want to go. So let's actually now change that and increase that to say 10 seconds. I want to see everything that's happened from now back in 10 seconds. I also want to see all data. I could, if I wanted to, limit the size of the amount of data that was being sent to me. But then I can also now decide exactly what I want to be sent. So I can set up a different type of capture requirements. So I'm just saying, let's just send everything at the moment. And I'm going to say, send me everything that is coming from a specific host on my network. I could define between two specific hosts, or I could change, look only for a very specific port. I can look for inner and outer VLANs. And I'm going to use the timestamping capability of all the devices. And then I've got two options. I can either just grab that data and pull that to my local machine as a PCAP file, or I can tell the system to save that as a report, which I'm going to do here. And now I can just give that report a name. So I'm just going to call this one report number 1. Okay, so once I do that, the system will now go into the storage, and it will actually now look for all of the packets that meet that requirement, and it will now save those into a local file. So you can see here that the system has executed that, and you can see it's given me a report. And again, I can come back to this report here, and I can see that the report, I can see when it was started, how long it took to run, and you can see it was saying, I'm saying that the start time and date. I can look for all streams. I'm looking for anything with a source IP of 172.16.101.1, and I can see how big that file is. Now, from here, I can actually do a few things. I can either delete that, I can view that report, I can download that file, or I can delete it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to click on the view report option. And what it'll do is it'll actually open up the PCAP file in my browser. So I don't need to have Wireshark installed. I can actually now view all the information about that particular packet or that particular stream in real time within the browser. And again, I can add filters in here, and I can view the statistics. And if I open a specific event or in a specific packet, I can see the source PC sent to this particular TCP address, a packet, and now I can see all the information about that. So I can see who the source was, how long the packet was, all the timestamp information. I can then follow that TCP and find out all the information about that, and etc. So very quickly, I have access to the ability to go into the history of every single packet that flowed into and out of my network from within my cStor UI, or using the API to get access to that data.